Hello, this is the latest mess that the perps are putting on me. And especially, this came out of my leg. These are the bigger ones, but normally they're smaller. And one side of it is tan and white, or white. When it's clean, it's white. Somehow they be sucking my blood, like leeches. Then the other, look at this one here. I'm trying to get close up, but it gets out of focus. Anyway, that one side is like a little red, like, if you could see it. Yeah. They be sucking my blood, like vampires. And this is what makes you have those sexual urges, but I don't have sexual urges. I use rosemary, sage, water, and this stuff comes out. And if you could take some high vitamin C, like, because it makes it float to your skin, and then you just massage. You see how many billions, I mean it's billions. This Alfonso motherfucker, because he's a motherfucker, I have to use those words on him because he's evil. He don't care nothing about me. Nothing. And I don't care about him either. He's evil. I wish he could pass away soon. That's the only person in my world that I would love to pass away. He put all this mess on me. He thinks I'm a science experiment, guinea pig. I don't want to be involved with this situation that they be doing. And those people who do this stuff, they're evil. And I have to say they're like racist, because he's a white guy and I'm a black woman. So he's really racist to me. That's why he be doing all this mess to me. He don't like black people. I've just got to put it out there. He don't like black people. And all them people who working for him, they're doing it for money, and they don't like themselves who are black, who work for him. Because he got black people working for him. They don't like black. They don't like being black. Those are the ones who hate being black. But he's a racist man. I'm an Italian-American guy, and I'm sick of him. I don't know why he could be staying around me, because I don't like him. He don't like black people, so he needs to move on. But he don't want to move on. He just, because this is his job, so he's making money off of me by harassing me and employing all these people. I can't stand his ass. I wish the day would come where he could pass away. He could die naturally and just get out of my life, because he don't want to go, because I can't stand his ass. He's a racist piece of crap. Anyway, back to my situation. This is what he be putting in me. He don't care. And then he be turning up his machine, and these things hurt. So when you be getting all that pain in your body, you be thinking you're in pain. You're not in pain. These things, they have it in you, and they be hurting me when they turn up the volume of the laser or the satellite or whatever the hell they be using. And he targets me. And then they even burn they got it in my nostrils. The other day I was walking down the street, then my nose started hurting because he was targeting these things, and I pulled out. And I came in the house where I live at, and I put water and rosemary in the water. Then I started digging out all this kind of stuff out of my nose. Yeah, I had a little dried up blood when I was walking down the street. Where else? He be putting it all over. He puts it in my brains. It was in my brains the other day. I had to soak my head in a bucket of water with some rosemary, water, and sage. Here's my bucket. One moment. Here's the bucket. See all the little things that floating on there? I had my feet soaking because that's where I got the stuff out. So they're all. And when I soak this same bucket, I put my behind, my left buttocks cheek, and all this stuff today started coming out of me. I don't know how long I have to keep going on, but it's helped. And then I couldn't even walk on my leg. It was paining me. I mean, I could walk, but it was paining me. And it swole up. My whole leg swole up because all this stuff was living in my leg, my left leg, and it's on the left side. I don't know why he's on my left side, and my buttocks. See, he got the brains of whatever they're using is in my behind on my buttocks on the right side. He be paining me over there, so I be putting out today. I be putting all this stuff. I sat on this bucket. And on Amazon, I needed to get some. I went to Amazon. I bought this liposomal vitamin C. You drink it, a teaspoon a day. And I drank it yesterday. And that's what made all the stuff come to the surface. And I was able to pull it out. And here's my sage. I mixed that in the water that I just showed you with the rosemary. And that's all. You don't need nothing else, and all this stuff comes out. As long as you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have no problem. But take some vitamin C, because regular vitamin C don't work. But when you use this one, because they say it goes past through the stomach acid. It's called liposomal because it's coated And it gets into your cells, because my cells is messed up because these people are trying to screw up my DNA. So I needed to go to my cells directly. That's why all this stuff started coming out of me, and I'm getting more better as of today. I gotta go take some in a minute, teaspoon. Here's the teaspoon. That's what it looks like. Cause it's coated. That's why it looks milky. Cause it's coated. So it passes the acid of your stomach. So I suggest you don't have to get this brand. Just get some liposomal vitamin C. Cause it passes through your stomach acid. Anyway, but I'm just grateful for rosemary. I think whoever made rosemary. Because if it wasn't for this stuff, I'd be suffering like the rest of you people out there, and I'm not suffering. But that elf. Oh yeah, I bought cocoa butter. I just want to say I'm going to be making some kind of concoction. I'm going to sell it on Etsy later in the year. For now, I just bought it yesterday. I'm going to mix it. This is what it looked like. Look like that. I mixed it with rosemary in there and the sage. I'm gonna put some black seed oil in it too. We gotta do what we gotta do, cause all those people. And then I was having last night, this morning. You don't have to believe in God or whatever, but the stories is kind of, back in the days they had Jesus, right? And they persecuted him. The Perps back then, we don't know what we call those people back then, but we could call them Perps. Those Perps persecuted Jesus, who was a targeted person. They nailed his body to the cross, and he bled to death. What kind of evil people? And those people are Perps of modern day Perps. They're still living among us. That's who they're bugging us. Because we who are targets are like the Jesus person. They're nailing us to the cross. You know what I'm saying? We're not Jesus, but they be doing this to us. Picking on us. Why? Because I don't know. What's their problem? They're so evil. I'll never join their organization. So, anyway, like I was saying, in the story of the Bible, how he got persecuted and he was nailed to the cross and bled to death. Well, those things that's coming out of my skin feels like nails. Sometimes they be hard. And I be saying, what if fingernails coming out of my skin? They be hurting me when I be pulling them out. You know what I'm saying? So that's modern day nails. Those things I just showed you. These things, they're not nasty. I don't know what, this is what it is. It's like modern day nails, and they be, and then I saw my nose had a kind of bleeding or something. It was kind of dried up blood. Then if you look at that one over there in the middle, one end of it looks like it got blood on it. My blood, he's sucking off my blood, because how they be living in my skin. And then the other end is tan, black and white, tan, all them living in it. So every time I pull them out, I said, I'm taking out those perps out of my skin, out of my body. Get the hell out of my body. That's what motivates me. So if you people don't want to get electrocuted and all that, take this stuff out. If you don't have it in your body, then you're good to go. But if you're suffering it, look like me, just keep taking it out. It comes out of my leg, all this stuff. Anyway, what was I saying? That's all I just want to know. See. Oh. And I'm going to add black seed oil. I bought that yesterday too. I say, and I'm going to make it look like that. Cocoa butter. So you got to use, cocoa butter is a very strong butter. It helps with skin problems. So they're using skin to attack me. And putting stuff in my skin and nanoparticles, and then they grow in your skin. Then they start zapping you. And I was on the sidewalk. I thought the sidewalk was attacking me. It's not the sidewalk. It's the stuff in my skin. Once I start taking these things out, my body's better. But, this causes cancer. Those things they leave in you, then they stick it up in your vagina. So I had to take this stuff here and stick it up my vagina hole. And all those things that I showed you, they started coming out of me. And sometimes I just take plain rosemary and I stick it up my vagina hole. And then overnight, then all this stuff started coming out of me. And then sometimes I couldn't pee. They be making me pee when I'm going somewhere that was making me pee. Damn. Sometimes I just gotta run somewhere and just pee by the plants or something. Yesterday, they made me had to pee so bad. I was going to work. Bingo, had to pee. There was no toilet around. So what I gonna do? Pee on myself? No. So I found a tree and I just peed. I'm not a dude. Dudes, they could just pull out their stuff and pee, but us women, so I had to pull. They be doing that. So because I'm taking all this stuff out of me, they're not controlling my urinal anymore. And this stuff is going to cause cancer, all this stuff that you're putting on us. I'm not their science experiment. They need to leave me alone. Alfonso, I just wish whoever brought that man in my life, whoever that, may they suffer 1,000 deaths. Because he's evil. I don't care. I'm putting his name out there because I can't stand him. If I had one wish, somebody please take that man out. Let him die on his own. If he commits suicide, that'd be even better. I don't care if y'all say I'm mean, because this man is putting all this shit on my body. It's not right. I didn't ask to be no science experiment. I want to be no science experiment. Leave me the hell alone. And I don't like your crap. But who want to join an organization that's racist? There's a racist organization. He hates black people. I'm telling you right now, this guy hates black people. He hires black people who hate themselves. He's a racist person. I don't know about y'all people perps, but this guy Alfonso, he's a racist. That's why he treat me like this. All right, you people, so try to get some stuff and help yourself. And whatever you do, make sure you get rosemary, because rosemary and water and some sage. But rosemary. Have a nice day. To mention, I left Florida. I'm in California. Only difference is Florida people are more into voodoo and evil, more evil. They're all the same. Perps around the whole world are the same, but some places is more. So I found Florida to be very into supernatural voodoo, and they do all that. Anyway, I'm in California. Eventually, I'm going to go somewhere else. Out of the United States, permanently. Not now. I be trying, but they be harassing you, following you everywhere you go. Can't go anywhere, but I'm not in Florida anymore. All right.